Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel, and today I will be talking on hard work is good but clarity is important. Yay! Yes, I know you're wondering, clarity is important. Well, don't worry, I know I'm deliberately speaking that English, so I look forward to what we're going to be sharing today in the next couple of minutes on how to attain clarity. Please like, share and subscribe to this channel. I'll be back. Welcome once again everyone to my YouTube channel. I'm very excited today about what we're going to be talking about. Today we'll be talking about hard work is good, but clarity is important. What do I mean by important? That is actually more important. Now, why do I say that? First of all, what is clarity? Clarity is the ability to see clearly at every given point in time. The ability to know what you ought to do, to work with precision, to make informed choices. Most times we're a reflection, or not even most times, all the time we're a reflection of our choices. Where we've gotten to thus far is a reflection of the choices we've made over the years. And guess what? Every single day, whether you know it or not, you are actually making a choice. Whether you are aware of it, whether you are approving of it, if you're not making a choice deliberately, someone, the system, life is making it for you. So what we do in clarity is to ensure that you are the one making your choices and you are the one deciding on your progress. Today I'm going to be sharing how important hard work is, but how more important clarity is. What is hard work? Hard work is the ability of putting energy, exacting much effort into a given task or assignment. So when you give so much effort, so much time, so much consistency into a particular project, a goal, or a task, you are said to be a hardworking person. So the amount of pressure is commensurate with the measure of hard work. So if I put in 16 hours into working on a project, a paper, a book, you can say that I'm hardworking. That's the normal balance compared to someone that puts in 1 hour. But guess what? Can I say this to you? Someone that puts in 1 hour of concentrated effort, knowing and understanding what he's doing within that 1 hour, and someone that puts 16 hours of time in a particular task, but does not really have an idea of why they're doing what they're doing, but just probably to fill in time or just to feel like they're working hard, is a less productive person. Yes, and that is what we have most times now in this generation. We have a lot of young people and a lot of people that put in so many hours into hard work, 9 to 5. You have a lot of people, even like the bricklayers on the road that carry cement and all that, working for years, and at the end of the year, nothing to show for it. And you see someone that just has a program time, probably is an entrepreneur, or he's even working in a 9 to 5, but understands why he's working, where he's working, what he's providing to the organization, and who he's providing it to. And he's probably a more productive person, even if he spends lesser time than the person that puts so much time. So I tell people, don't just work hard, work with clarity. I know you are thinking I'll say work smart. Well, working with clarity is working smart. So how can you see clearly per time? Like I said, clarity is the ability to see clearly. First of all, I tell people you have to understand and identify your why. Everybody has a why. What is your why? Your why is your identity. Your why is that thing that gives purpose to every action that you take. Everybody has a purpose in life, a general purpose, but also everybody also has a purpose for a given task. And one of the most important ways for you to identify that is to understand the principle. I created this principle from observation, from study of the Bible because I'm a Christian, and also from study of great people that I've observed over the years. The principle of labeling and arrangement. Labeling and arrangement. That principle is all about basically this: what you have not named, you can't claim, because the purpose of everything is wrapped up in his name. In short, the experiences of our lives. Can I tell you this? Are you ready? Drums rolling. Do, 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 do. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. The experiences of our lives are wrapped around the name that we have, or the name that we give to things. That's why it's very important. You go to any organization, you go to any place. Why are they always asking for your name? there is something in the mental faculty of people that they don't even know that automatically categorizes you based on your name. For example, my name is Bolaji. I come into the room and they ask me, what's your name? I'm Bolaji. Mentally, if you're in Nigeria, they already categorize, oh, Yoruba. Okay, and then there's probably a narrative around people that are Yoruba people. So they start wrapping me around that narrative, and that narrative is expanded based on what I continuously express or what I don't. And most times, some people might just shut the door and say, oh, Yoruba people, I don't like them, right? But you are labeling people. I smile at you. For example, you're watching this video. Some of you have stayed on because you're labeling me. You don't know. You say, oh, this guy is fun. Okay, I want to stay much more. And I don't think he's interesting enough. And you just want to leave. Why? Because naturally, there is something in your mind that labels people. But guess what? The most successful people are people that already create the labels that they want people to give them even before they meet those people. So you can actually position yourself in such a way that before you meet a person, you can already decide what you want them to label you as. Remember what I told you, that if you are not creating your own identity, people are creating it for you. So how do you create your own label? That is where branding comes in. That is where positioning comes in. That is where preparation comes in. And the course of other things I'm going to be sharing over the course of time as we share on clarity. The second most important thing that you need to know after your why is your who. Who are you, first of all? Basically, drawing from your why, your identity. Then who are those that you've been sent to connect with? We're a sum total and a reflection of our relationships. Your relationships will determine how far you go, or how limited you are in life. Most people don't go so far because they're not deliberate on their relationships. And there are three categories of people I sum into relationships. They are the assets, they are the intermediaries, and they are the liabilities. I know most of you have, okay, I know assets. Assets are people that basically add value. Yes, assets add value. Assets criticize but also provide solutions. Assets are always supporting you and believe in you. Assets always look at your strengths over your weakness, even if they identify your weakness, and they always prefer solutions on how you can work on them. Basically, who is an asset? An asset is anyone that maybe sees something that is beneficial to you online or somewhere and always recommends it. It's not limited, it's not threatened by your growth or success. Who is an intermediary? An intermediary is basically a person that might not necessarily be in your corner, but they will always refer you. They are the connecting links. I call them the connectors. They take you from where you are to where you ought to be. They are the only ones, they're the ones that always bring you into the table and give you a seat there. They might necessarily not buy your product, but they know those people that need to buy your product. Most times, intermediaries connect you to either assets or liabilities. So you have to be careful, because, for example, every wrong person you met in life was introduced to you by someone, and every good person that has helped you thus far was introduced to you by someone. Are you getting some clarity? I'm super excited. I'm just going basically on the surface on basically what it means to have clarity and why clarity is more important than hard work. Also, what next? Your what? Your product. Everybody has a product. You have something to offer, tangible or intangible. Whether your talent, for example, I'm offering you a product now. I'm offering you clarity. You might not feel it, you might not see it, but you can actually understand and utilize the principles. Some people create an actual product, like sell food, sell clothes, sell gadgets. Those are physical products. It is important for you, after knowing your purpose, to be able to crystallize it into a product, which is where we talk about product development, which goes through various phases. We have the idea phase, we have the strategy phase, and then we have the place where you actually produce and bring out those products. Also, we have the review stage, where you look back from the point of an end user, not a producer, to ensure that your product is good enough for the market. Most times, the basic mistakes people make when creating a product is that they try, and they always, which is the mistake most producers make, they look at their products from the viewpoint of a producer, and a producer will always be biased towards his product, rather than looking at it from the point of an end user, which is the person that they are selling it to look at it from their own eye. Is it satisfactory? You're not creating a product to satisfy yourself. You're creating a product to satisfy your audience. Which at the end of this video, I hope that you can share your reviews, honest comments on what you think about this video and if it has really helped you. And then also finally, second to finally, not actual finally, is your how, your strategy. Because after you've known your product, it's important that you sell it in the right way. For example, they always tell people, don't just love people, find out how they want to be loved. I tell people, don't just sell a product, find out how they want their products to be sold. And how you find out is to look at trends, is to look at certain patterns, is to study demographics, and also look at data. Demography is very important, who you're selling to. For example, you can't sell a product that is meant for young people and sell it in a way that you're going to sell it to older people from their early 50s. You can't sell a product that is meant for kids and sell it in a way that you're going to sell it to people in their 20s. So there is a way to sell products that will catch the attention of your market. Then your execution strategy. This is where a lot of people struggle with. This is where procrastination, this is where anxiety and delay comes in. People know what they ought to do, but they don't set a timeline to it. This is where goal setting comes in, where you actually set a particular goal and timeline. I tell people one of the best ways to create goals is to create fewer goals, not many goals. In short, for a year, you shouldn't have more than 3 goals. Yes, I said so. Don't have more than 3 goals in a year. That this is what you want to achieve. I'm sure most of the most effective people are those that are able to wrap their goals into one. But then after having one goal, you now create sub goals to fulfill that one goal, and you put a timeline. You can say by December, this is what I want to have done. I want to have read 100 books. Then you now put a timeline. You now create sub goals. Every month, I'm going to read this number of books. Every week, I'm going to read this number of books. And this is how I'm going to achieve what I want. You don't create goals from where you are. You create goals from where you want to go to. Yes, I said that. Write that down. You don't create goals from where you are. You create goals from where you want to. So if you want to start a 5-year goal, don't start making your goal if it's from 2021, from 2021. No, start planning it from 2025 or 2026 if it's 5 years. 2026. So from 2026, that is your destination. Then you now drop your process. One of the major mistakes we have is that people have an arrival mentality, and they don't know that the beauty of life is not in the arriving, it's in the journey. It's in the journey. It is the journey that makes the adventure of it. Finally, your where, your destination, and who's leading you. I tell people most times, the best followers are leaders. So I tell people most times, say, if you to make a good leader, right, follow. But I tell people on the contrary, follow first, lead later. Lead first, follow later. Why do I say that? Because someone that knows how to lead will always know how to follow effectively. And when I talk about leading, do I say, is it about holding a position? No, leadership is more than holding a position. Leadership is having a sense of direction of where you're going. And that is why it's the last on the food chain of clarity. Because once you've known all this, you already have a sense of direction. And then you know who to connect with. So for example, if I say I want to follow this person, I know why I'm following him. I know what value I'm contributing. And I know what time I'm putting into the relationship. Most times we fail in mentorship because we connect with people and we don't even know why we're connecting with them. We just think, oh, he's successful. Oh, he's smart. But you can't actually itemize what do I want to get from this person? What value do I also want to provide? And what structure do I want to create to get the most out of this relationship? Okay, I'm going to be calling him once every week and share my progress report. I'm also going to be, providing this service for free to him so that I can also add value to this relationship. You can see that by doing this alone, you are already leading. And by leading first, you can follow effectively. Thank you. I basically believe that with these basic points, because I don't want to make this video longer than it is, you have understood how important clarity is more than hard work. Please, if you've enjoyed this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, comment. I want to hear your honest reviews, and also share to your friends. I look forward to sharing more content with you on how you can attain clarity. My name is Mobolaji Davidson Ojo, MD Ojo for short. Thank you for having such a great time with me. I also want to say that very soon in the city of Abuja, where I reside, we're going to be starting Clarity Hub physical classes for 2 hours every Saturday at Gwarimpa. Feel free to sign up. I'm going to share the link very soon in this video. Please sign up and register, and you're going to have a great time. Thank you for having me. I hope with these few words of mine, I've been able to convince you and not confuse you that clarity is important. Thank you. Cheers.